Okay, reality is I have this in my email, and the title of this email said, "Why Aldermans are mum about Chicago's violence. They're not sure what to say." So I guess the lovely mayor is trying to get some brownie points for election that's coming up to convince the African Americans that he really care. And I think it's a shame that you have to wait till the number of murders or shootings is at an all-time high, and all you hear is rapid gunfire, one behind the other. You wake up and that's all you hear is gunfire. And so in this email, it says that he proposed new tough regulations for guns and gun shops, including a requirement that they videotape all sales. The mayor framed the plan as part of his ongoing attack on violence that continues to shake the city and make international headlines. It's sad and it's a shame that this killing or shooting spree has gotten out of control. It goes on to say that gun control is essential to our public safety. It's certainly been essential to Emmanuel's political strategy for responding to bloodshed. Uh, but then the funny part is the aldermans have nothing to say about all the shooting that's happening. So, per this email, it says by Monday morning, the tally had reached at least 7 killed and 23 others wounded. 11 others were shot Monday, including 6 at a Southside laundromat. Since the beginning of the year, Chicago has averaged nearly a murder and 6 shootings every day. This is sad. This is so sad. But they don't know what to do with what's going on. And the sad part is there are simple solutions. So they're saying that you need jobs to filter through to the alderman's office so the youth can have jobs. But the alderman office get jobs and nobody else see them because they send them out to their family and their friends. So I don't think that's a good solution. Um, I know homelessness, jobs is a big part for our youth and even some adults. You have to get to the root of the problem in order to correct it. Everybody gonna say they don't have no clue how we got here. Well, everybody's played a part. Every political figure that slapped stuff on the wrist or swept it up under the rug has played a part in the distress that's happening on the south side and what's happening on the west side. You don't put no money into the schools. You have more abandoned buildings than we should have. We have more liquor stores than we should have. We have more pawn shops than we should have. You want them to stop selling loose cigarettes. You want them to stop snatching purses. You want to stop them from doing all kind of manner of things, but you're not providing nothing else that they have to go through to keep them off of the corners. If you would enforce every park closing hour and dismantle the crowds when the parks are closing, that would be a start. If you would dismantle the crowds on the corners, that would be a start. If you would mandate these liquor stores more closely and go in and see what they're actually selling, what they're doing, that would be a start. If you would actually put some good curriculum back into the schools on the south and the west side, that would be a beginning of a part. If unemployment would not have been cut off to struggling families, whether they're single or mother and father in the household, which forces your hand to do things that you would think you would do yourself. That would be a solution to the problem. But again, you get these TIF funds into the community. You have organizations in the community that have grant money that say they're doing what they're supposed to do to help the youth and to help families, to help build up and not tear down. But nobody's being serviced. But you hold on to all this money and nobody is being serviced. And I got a serious problem with this. There is a solution. It's not going to solve it overnight because it didn't get here overnight. But you're not using the resources that you have to fix the problems. You having prayer vigils on the corner is good. I'm not knocking that. But the few churches coming out on the corner and the churches that don't open their doors to have gyms and stuff that provide a safe haven to get the kids off the street, how is it helping? So you're not doing a grand thing if you do a prayer vigil once a month. It needs to be a grand scheme across the city, period, to stop what's going on. We need to look at the household, the structure of the household. Parents need to take back their house and be the parent over the house and not let the kids run the house. If you're going to have strict rules, curfews, then you need to enforce those curfews. If you want to do crowd control, stand on the court, you need to enforce that. You need to enforce it. If parks close at a certain time, nobody should be sitting outside in their car with loud music, smoking and drinking. No police car should not drive past them people, and that park has been closed over 2 hours and you don't say nothing. You talk about putting cops on foot patrol. That's good and fine. How about using some of these ex-military people that's not doing anything? Put them to add to the task force here. But you don't want to do what you need to because you don't want to spend no money. But you want to put the burden on the citizens and the residents about raising property taxes. We're already stressed and strained and strapped enough. If you want to do something, take some of your salary money, mayor. Take some of your salary money, aldermans, Chandler, Graham, Mitts, Irving, all you aldermen from the south side to the west side. Put your money in the bucket and give it back, and we can do a whole lot of things. Stop sitting back and say, I don't know. I don't have the answer. You're not trying to find the answer. You have community meetings. You talk about your history of your life or what you didn't do, and none of the money is going back in the community. And you talk about you got summer programs, but you cap off for 4 hours, and people have to work. They can't afford to pay for this extra stuff. So what do you expect is going to happen? You can stop it if you wanted to. The trafficking that comes in for the drugs, y'all know where it's coming from. You can stop it. You tap into everything. Except for you tap into everything pretty much. Facebook, Twitter, you tap into everybody's account. Stumble up on LinkedIn, Instagram. Y'all sit in y'all little chamber and you tap and you tap and you tap. The suburbs are well taken care of. You know why? They're well taken care of because those people don't allow to happen. And then we have to take ownership to what we allow in our neighborhoods too. Because clearly we got enough sense. We're not going across the border to the suburbs with our loud music, hanging around the corners, hanging in their parks. The police shuts it down immediately. So we as voters, citizens, need to make our political figures stand up and do what they supposed to do because they work for you. Now, that's what needs to happen. So I'm not hearing all this. We don't know what to do. We can't do this. We don't have an idea. Y'all lying. Fix this crap. You know how to fix it. You know how to collect money and raise taxes for this and cigarette taxes and property taxes and lottery tax that's supposed to go to a lot of stuff and ain't nobody seeing it on the south or the west sides. And you want to use the south and the west side to get you some brownie points so you can do a few, and let us stop being fooled by what your mayor say. Let us put his money where his mouth at. Really. You just do a little bit here and there. I'm not buying it, and you shouldn't buy it neither. The violence needs to stop. It's too much. Gunshots are like water that run out the faucet. And it don't stop running until you cut it off. So somebody need to cut this mess off. And we all need to start fussing about it because it's affecting everybody.